Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and pretty cool show for you guys tonight. We've got guests from Hawaii on tonight. Everybody knows that we're trying to raise money for the Maui Misfit Minis to come over to the World Cup here in November. So, I've got Chris here has been working very, very hard on it. And tonight we're going to have, I guess, a lady that's doing most of the paperwork, Nancy. I'm going to blow your name, Nancy. Nancy Talona, I'll sing. I got the sing part right, so I'd rather be partially right than totally wrong. Anyhow, moving right along. And also, we're going to have Dave Weiss Cook on tonight because this coming weekend is the Ali Remember Foundation, and I'm flying out to be part of that this weekend. And it's going to be pretty cool. I'm actually looking forward to it. And Dave Weiss Cook is going to be out there also, too. As a matter of fact, I hear we're going to auction him off. I think that's a pretty cool idea. So, as a matter of fact, his wife was all for it, too. But I'm sorry, he's got to come back home. We're only auctioning him off for 4 hours, so you don't get to keep the guy. So, but anyhow, that's going to be pretty cool. We're going to be talking to him tonight about that. And I'm really looking forward to going there this coming weekend and be part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this coming weekend also, which kind of, all this stuff kind of runs together, really sucks. But anyhow, is the Decay of Nations down at SC Village and down in LA. And, if you can't make it to the LA Remember Foundation, believe me, you're going to want to go to SC Village to the Decay of Nations. It's going to be a pretty good time. There'll be a lot of people there, a lot of people. So if you're into paintball, you're into playing a cool field run by some pretty nice people. I got to tell you, Gio and Zayla, they're absolutely great. They go overboard to make everything just right. People want to have a good time. When you go spend a lot of money, go do some of this stuff. You don't want to go there and then come back and go, wow, that sucked. I wish I would have took the money and burnt it. But anyhow, you're going to go down there. You're going to have a great time. You really, really are. Just like in November, the NXL. That's what we're trying to get the Maui Misfits to down there in Orlando. That's going to be a lot of fun. I got to do it last year. Had a great time. It was absolutely terrific. Boy, everybody jumping in. I got to say hi to Paul Farrell. And I can't even keep up here now. Mark Gong. Mark, I love you, buddy. Yeah, the first guys in, Ryan Courtney and Paul Farrell. What great people, period. Absolutely love it. And Eli Booth is watching tonight. Chris Sierra. What's going on, Chris? So anyhow, moving right along here real quick. Some of the fundraisers next week, I am going to have an actual prizes that we're going to raffle off next week on this show to help the Maui Misfits go to Orlando in November. So we've got some pretty cool things coming up. Bud Orr's got a couple of, I believe they're 98 autococker bodies. He's going to autograph. We're going to auction them off. Gino from Velkin is sending some stuff out. What? I don't have a clue, but Gino is a good guy. He always takes care of anything that he can help with. He does. That's why I mention his name every week on my shout outs and everything like that. So definitely looking forward to that. So the Decay of Nations is coming week. The LA Remember Foundation is this coming week in Colorado. If you're anywhere around the Colorado area, come out and see us. Come out and have a good time, man. We're gonna have a great time there. And then I got to mention the Pump Wars. I had Todd Winokur on a couple of weeks ago, and it's October 16th, and it's at Ambush Paintball Park down there. Great park. A lot of fun. You're gonna want to go do it. Absolutely. And Ramon De Leon, his store is opening October 1st. Just get on and look for Ramon De Leon, and you'll find all his information, how to go to his store. Because remember, guys, we try to support each other. You want paintball to keep growing. Let's keep it growing by helping each other. That's what makes it work, period. And, absolutely love it. And then, we've got the big Wahimi coming up. We have got the St. Louis Classic at Gateway Paintball, and it is coming up in October 14th and 15th, and I cannot wait for that. It is going to be so cool. then I want to give a shout out. I was just talking a minute ago about, when you go someplace and you spend all that money to do it, you want to have a good time. So this last weekend, Pirates Plunder at Paintball to Go, I got to say that Angie and Joe Schnelton, they go overboard. Okay, that's probably the best thing I can say about it. They go overboard. And I'm sure everybody that was there had a terrific time. And I guess the crowd was bigger this year than it was last year. So, if you ever get a chance, you're going to want to go out to Paintball to Go. Go out and bug Joe. Leave Angie alone. She's cool. But you can go bug Joe. Joe likes to be bugged. He's a great, great guy. And he's got a heck of a field with a. And when I say he's got a real pirate ship, I'm not kidding. It's you gotta see it to believe it. It's unbelievable. I'm going to bring up Billy real quick before I get my shout outs here. Oh, I was waiting for him to take a drink or eat something, but he's not going to do it for me. So.
Well, I was sorting through some autococker parts, but I'll put that on hold.
Oh, there you go. Right on. Yeah, I guess the Pirates Plunder was a pretty good event this last weekend, Billy.
Yes, they had about 40 more people than what they had last year. It's been their biggest Pirates Plunder so far. So it was Joe and Angie said they had a great time. It's they only had like 4 cases of paint left over.
That's so, not bad. That's
no, but it was pretty close. They got it down to the science.
Well, good thing there was sword fighting going on.
Yeah.
So you had to shoot a lot of paint. So.
Yeah, they do that. There's a sword fighting, and they do. Luckily, it's the one shot. They can only shoot one ball at a time on Sunday. So.
Oh, is that right?
Well, yeah. If they're lucky. If they would have played regular paintball, they wouldn't have enough paint.
Howdy said Dave Wees Cook, my favorite hockey player. Oh my God. Wees is going to whip me now. Yeah, because I think, boy, I sure hope you aren't calling him a hockey puck. That didn't sound like it, did it, Bill? It did.
No, I think he's just confused with.
Because Wees will go up and down. Oh man, he'll be all over Howdy. And I love both these guys, so I have to turn my back until it's over. So.
Howdy's getting up there, so he might be confused.
Oh, now you're going to get the hate mail. I love it. Let's give the shout outs real quick because, I'm going to bring these guys out tonight. Doing the Ellie Remember Foundation this week, and we're going to auction off Wees, which should be pretty cool. And then we're going to talk to Chris and Nancy. Let's see, I got both of those names right, buddy. We're going to talk to Chris and Nancy about the fundraiser for the Maui Misfits, and there's a few people that are going to go ahead and jump in to give these guys a hand too, and I want to mention them when we come up to it. But I did mention Bud Orr has got a couple of I believe the 98 bodies for the autocockers. Yep. Yeah, and he's going to go ahead and sign those. Yep, autograph those, and we're going to auction those off next week. And Gino from Velkin is sending some stuff out. We're going to auction that off next week and see if we can't raise some money for these guys to get them out here. Yep. So let's give the shout outs real quick so we can drag these people out here and have a good talk. I start every week with Tim Schloss. Tim's probably my best friend for many, many years. There is the original Tiger Stripe that you can still get at Social Paintball.
Social. And Paintball Sports also carries it.
Yeah, Paintball Sports. Yep. So I got to tell you, this is the original pattern too. It's not a knockoff or anything. And if you take and you look, I've got mine a couple over here. If you look on the tag, it actually has the Tiger Stripe logo. So this is the first time in 20 years this has come back out. So if you want to snag one of these up, this is the original print in the original color. Yeah, Tony. I gotta say that Tim was very, very tight on that, man, putting that thing together.
Oh yeah.
It took a year to do this. We got Cheryl Ellis watching.
Yeah,
man.
She informed me her baseball team won. She was worried that the game wasn't going to be over.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
She's like liquid fire in a bottle. She is so cool. She is fun. She's a kick in the pants, that's for sure. And we got Jennifer Montresor watching tonight. They just had the ICC out there in New York. I hear it rained a little bit on them, the night before. They had a God. I don't want to call it a tornado, but it was sure some heavy winds going through there. But they ended up pulling it off. Kudos, very very
Yeah.
good job. Yep.
Yep.
Making people happy. That's what it's all about. So Tim Schloss, Tiger Stripe Camouflage has Gateway Paintball, where we're going to have the last of the WCPL tournaments here in a few weeks. I am so excited. I cannot wait to do that. Man, everybody's coming out there. Jim Lively's coming out there. Bud Orr's going to be there. Gino from Belkin's coming.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Dave
cool.
Bell.
Dave Bell. Yeah, Dave Bell. Yep.
Force Tim will be there.
Yeah,
Bud.
it's going to be fun. Going to be fun.
Rachel Montrester, she'll be there. Bond chick.
Yeah, Bond chick. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, it's a happening. That's back to old school stuff when everybody gets together and has a great time. You go on the field, everybody kicks butt, but you get off the field, you want to act like, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody have a good time.
It's because everybody's tired after that.
Oh, that's the reason.
Yeah.
I never, I get done playing through the course of the day, and when I'm done, man, I am just so jacked up. I feel like I drank a drum of Mountain Dew. I just something does it. I just absolutely.
I'm looking for oxygen.
Yeah, not me. I do pretty good with that. I'm getting lucky, thank God. And then I got to mention Dan and John Colby, been my sponsors for 30 some years. I have Immortal Air now. Started with Air America back in the day. There it is, right on. What I consider the best bottle on the market, period. The best reg for sure. And then Bud Orr, don't have to say much about Bud. He's, my big brother, Bud. Gotta love him. He just does everything back in the day and today for paintball. That's why I mention all these people I mentioned here real quick, everybody, is because back in the day, these people did an awful lot to make paintball what it is today, and they are still out there working for it. Tom K, Airgun Designs, my sponsor for many years. Rainey and Juvie Boucher. Juvie's not doing very well right now, so our prayers go out to them. They had paintball news back in the day. 2 times a month you could go out to the field and pick up a newspaper and tell you what just happened, what was coming up. Didn't cost a player a penny. Had everything. Had maps where all the fields were. Buy, sell. It was like the Bible of paintball. Very, very cool. Love both them guys. Randy Camilla from APG Magazine, editor for APG back in the day, gave me my very first cover shot. Jerry Braun had Paintball Sports Magazine back in the day. Now he has Paintball Sports Field, where one of the tournaments was held, the WCPL tournament this year, and had a great time. I love going to New York. Yeah, it's just great. It is, and Kevin Donaldson, which is really the tip of the spear, putting the WCPL together. He pulled it off. Had a great, great job. Loved going there. Had a great time. Weiss was with the All-Americans, so Weiss won that. So, he's got to even be happier than we were just to go there. So that's pretty cool. I love it. And then Ross Alexander had Line SI, my very first marker sponsor, back when teams were 15-man. I still have my original Bushmaster up here, Billy. Very cool. And then Jim Lively, 2 events he wanted to do back in the day. One was Jim Lively's Masters in Tennessee. The other was Jerry Braun's World Cup in New York. Very, very cool. And then, like I said, I mentioned Gino every week. Gino's sending some stuff out that we can go ahead and raffle off to get the kids from Maui over here. People don't see what Gino does behind the scenes. That's why I mention Gino every week. He doesn't blow his horn, he doesn't blow his horn, but he's a very, very good guy and works very, very hard for paintball, period. And then I say hi every week to my 2 little buddies, which I absolutely love, Jaden and Mark Gong Jr. Just great, great people. Lily and Mark Jr., Lily and Mark have raised some very, very cool kids and great little paintball players and very, very cool. Now, Billy, we're going to start bringing these people out here, and we're going to start talking all kinds of fundraisers. And matter of fact, everything about fundraisers tonight. The whole shebang. So I'm going to start right now with the guy that I've been talking to. He's been on a couple of times, and he's working really, really hard on the fundraiser for the Maui Misfit Minis. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Chris Sierra. What's going on, Chris?
Hello, guys.
How you doing this evening?
Good.
And we got Nancy on tonight too, man. I've been waiting to have her on. You know, you always talk, well, I'm not sure. I got to check with Nancy. Well, I'm not positive, but I'll check with Nancy. So tonight we can look right at Nancy and check with her. She's got her two lovely kids with her tonight. So please, everybody, welcome Nancy. How you doing this evening, Nancy?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, yeah. Little breezy there in Hawaii,
It
but
is.
you know, no problem. And I'm going to bring out. I'm doing the Ellie Remember Foundation this coming weekend also, and I want to bring out a guy that's been a longtime friend of mine. Matter of fact, he was just a little shyster when I first met him, like a gazillion years ago. But he's a good guy, and he's going out there to the Ellie Remember Foundation, as he does almost every year, and helps support the organization and raise money for the cause. So please, everybody, welcome Dave Weiss Cook. What's going on, Dave?
Hey, Freddy. Before we start, man, happy birthday, huh?
Oh, thank you very much. You know,
Right.
I should thank everybody, man. I got literally hundreds of birthday wishes, and kind of blew me away. I tried to answer all of them, but it got a little overwhelming for me. But I want to thank everybody that wished me a happy birthday, and thank you very much, Luis. I appreciate it. So, you know, Dave, I'm going to start with these guys over here, but we're going to talk a little bit about the Ellie Remember Foundation, and you're going to tell us what Andy's got cooked up for you now, which I think is pretty funny. You know, yeah, it should be fun. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Maui Misfits. You know, I'm going to go right to you, Nancy. You know, I know you guys have been working on this for a while, and yeah, for a win. And yeah, so are you guys getting closer to the goal, or how far are you?
I want to say we're almost halfway there.
Okay, that's good. All right, yeah, because
Yeah.
we still got like a month yet, you know.
Yes.
And like I said, Bud Orr is going to sign a couple of autococker bodies, and then Gino from Belkin sending some stuff out. We're going to go ahead and auction that off next week. So see if we can't raise some more money for you guys with that too. But I know Chris has been up here. He's been up here ringing the chime, doing what he can do. And it's really I'm glad to hear that we're at least gaining on it a little bit to get everybody out here.
Yes, of course.
Because I know
for everybody's support.
Yeah, it's because it's not cheap because you're coming all the way from Hawaii. So yeah.
Yep.
So that's like a 7,000-mile ride or something like that, 6,000-mile ride. So that's pretty good. You know, I asked Chris if maybe you guys could rent a boat and Chris could row you over, but he says there is no way that he will do that. So that's out the door.
That's why it's a kids team. The kids can row.
Oh, yeah, you know, with the energy, with the energy I seen those kids have last time, I bet they could do it too. I mean, man, I got tired just watching them. They were just great. So, you know, we're all working together. We're hoping very, very hard that we can pull this off and get you guys out here. So, you know, Chris, you do the auction every week. You want Nancy to talk about the auction you do every week, or do you want to talk about it?
Nancy can talk about it. How's that?
Okay,
we haven't heard from Nancy.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we do a weekly raffle, and Chris, he donated a bunch of amazing paintball goodies that we could raffle every week for $5 a ticket, and then we introduce them on our Instagram and Facebook page every Monday, and then we pick a winner on Sundays, and then a portion of what we make we donate to a family from Lahaina or upcountry that was affected by the fires. It's the Mini's way of giving back to the island that sent them to World Cup last year. So it's a win-win, I guess.
Yeah, that's part of the problem is you know, the fires that you guys over there, you know, it kind of put a kibosh on some of the fundraising that you guys used to do before this happened. And, you know, and plus I'm sure some of the parents are a little stressed on it also. So I think what you guys are doing to try to get the team over there, I think is a great thing.
Yeah, it is. And they're learning, so they're earning their way and also giving back. So
Yeah, it's not an easy thing. It isn't. And like I say, it's not a cheap trip. Getting the kids. There's what, 6 kids and 4 parents, so there's 10 of you, right?
12.
12 total. We have Coach Charlie as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's 12 of us. Yes, total.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's why we're trying to give you guys a hand to get over there, because I had a great time meeting them last time. Then when I had them on the show, they were just absolutely terrific. And Chris, you've been on a few times now, trying to push this and make this happen. So, kudos to you too. So,
Yes.
how do you think it's going?
It's going well. It could be better. At this time last year, we had everything booked. We're just all we were doing was worrying about practices. At this point, our airfare, our car, our Airbnb, the tournament was paid for already. We were just
We're ready.
practices.
We're all set.
Yeah. This year's a little bit different because we don't even have enough money to book our flights yet. So with 1 month left, it's getting down to the wire. So it is
Well,
worrisome.
well, we just keep plugging at it. Like I say, Bud Orr's donated some stuff. Gina from Belkin's donated some stuff, and
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
yeah, we're just hoping it works out. It's not easy sometimes doing this. Say hi to everyone off bed. Okay. Yeah, Brownie Brown, real quick. I want to say, Brownie Brown, great guy. He's having knee surgery tomorrow. So, Brownie, the best goes out from all of us, man. We want nothing but the best for you, period. Cut and dry. So, Weiss, now, what has Andy got cooked up for you, my friend? Dave, can you hear me?
Dave's
Hey, Dave.
not here, man.
Yeah, Dave, I think you froze up, buddy. Dave, if you can hear me, you're going to have to want to retry.
There you go. Dang it.
Oh shoot.
That happens. Try him now. Here
Oh,
we
yeah.
go.
I know
Yeah.
all about that.
Can you hear me now? Dave.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Sorry about
Okay.
Had some technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Brownie
no
Brown,
problem.
man. Best of luck in surgery, man. I miss you. Hope it all goes well.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I'm looking forward to, when I was in New York this year, he came all the way out there to meet me, and I'd already left the field and went back to the motel. So that kind of sucked. He drove all the way down there to meet me. So I'm looking forward to, I know it. I'm looking forward to meeting him, that's for sure. So, all right, real quick, Dave, what has Andy got cooked up for you this coming weekend? Oh, you froze up again, Dave. Wow. And what's funny? Dave's only 50 miles from me. Wow.
Closer to
Yeah.
here.
So, well, Dave, try to hook it back up again, buddy.
Oh shucks.
I wonder if he's on his phone. Because that happened to Bill. Bill was on the internet. When was it on your computer? I mean,
Like
last week.
3 times.
Yeah, and it finally jumped off. He had to end up going with the phone. Let me see here.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on the phone.
Yeah, how's that, buddy? Dave, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Dave, can you hear me? Earth to Dave. Dave, if you can hear me, we can't hear you.
Yeah, he's locked up.
Yeah, you're locked up again. Yeah, I'm hoping he's seeing that, and there we go. How's that? Can you hear me now?
Not good.
Yeah, you locked up again, Dave. Wow. Bill, can you send Andy a
Yeah.
link?
Andy.
Andy, yeah. Well, that's a shame. I wanted to talk to Weiss. He's been waiting all week to be on the show.
Oh shoot.
And now this is what happens. I got to tell you, I love the technology of today, but like the kids right there, they're probably light years ahead of us when it comes to this stuff. And I do mean light years ahead of us. There we go.
We're like
Oh,
monkeys
shit.
hit the keyboard.
Yeah. How's that?
That looks good.
Can you hear me, Dave? Dave, can you hear me?
Arg.
Can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah.
Here's Andy Stret.
There's Andy.
Yeah, hey Andy, we're having trouble with poor Dave over here. Okay, now we got trouble with him. All right. Getting better. What's up, Andy?
Hold on.
All right.
I'm sure mine will work because I'm not Dave.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk to Weiss. I don't know what was going on. He can't hear me. Or we can't hear him. How's that, Dave? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? God, I sound like the old Verizon commercial, huh? Dave, can you hear me now? Poor guy. I wanted him on here so bad, too. Well, we're going to leave him. We're going to leave him sit up there because he looks good anyhow. Oh, well, I guess we're not.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, Andy, real quick, I've got the Maui Misfits money coordinators.
What's up? I miss Pits.
Hi.
Try it again.
All right. You should be able to hear me, and I can hear you guys now.
Perfect. Yeah.
One translator, Dave figures it out.
Yeah, but you know what? What's good though, man, is when you froze up, at least you froze up with a smile or something. When I do it, I'm like this or something weird,
Yeah.
And everybody goes, "Well, why are you making faces?" Yeah. So anyhow,
Joys of living in the
Andy, there you go. So Andy's got something cooked up for you. I guess he's going to auction you off. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess he thinks I'm pretty cheap date now, so I guess I'm gonna win a weed. Gonna auction me off, which I think is pretty cool. It's something we haven't done. This is the third time I think I've been there, Andy. So something new this year. I do have a little surprise that I want to throw out there here in a minute, but the big thing and one of the things that I love about this event at Dynamic, in Aurora, Colorado. I mean, not only does Dynamic and staff put on a great show and it's a great venue to play at, Andy and team do an amazing job. Not only do we do a big game, for those that aren't into the tournament scene, but also throw a little 3-man tournament, right? And that's kind of where the Win a Wheeze comes into play this year. So, looking forward to it. I think we got 16 teams. It was sold out in about 10 minutes, Andy, which is just phenomenal. We're going to have
Actually, to cap it.
yeah, we're going to have stuff for the kids. We're going to have some jelly ball. And I think I'm going to have to get in that because, I think I'm a kid at heart still.
I'm sure Karen will want to, play you a jelly ball too.
Yeah, well, him and I got a little one-on-one. I want a rematch this year. So he beat me best out of 3 last time I was there. So I think
He did whip your ass. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, he better be
Jelly
ready.
ball.
No, we
baseball.
actually played regular one-on-one, but I'm game either way.
Well, see, that's what Andy said. He's giving you a shirt with a target on the back. So that's what you're talking about when you meant game. I got it now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, unfortunately, I already sent my markers to his house, so who knows what he's doing to those now.
Yeah,
There
that
you
is
go.
true, Fred. I do have Wheeze's markers down in the basement.
Oh,
And
do
the
you?
wire's not here.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to find somebody else to go lick them, I guess.
Yeah, I'm coming out. I can't actually wait to come out there and it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm going to play because I got kind of a bad ankle right now. So I don't know if I want to tape it up and play because I got St. Louis in a couple of weeks here,
Well, you could walk around out there. There's plenty of level
right.
ground.
Yeah.
If I can limp out there, you can too, Freddie. I mean, you are
Yeah, but-
younger than me.
The checks in
No
the
one's
mail. You gotta love it. Well, you know what? We're also talking, the Maui Misfit Minis. You were at the World Cup last year and seen all the kids' teams that were there. And they're phenomenal. And this group in particular, I'm a big Hermans fan. Love the Hermans. But the Maui
We love the Hermans
Misfits,
too.
yeah, the Maui Misfit Minis have really grown on me. I just I like the attitudes, I like the play, and I like the support that they get from their parents. That's why the Hermans are so good. The attitudes of the kids are terrific, and the parents' support for the kids, I think, is terrific.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, and I'm glad to see you guys at such a young age getting out there and kind of pulling together to make this thing happen. I
Thank
wish
you.
I would have had this kind of support when I was kind of starting off. I started at 17, and it was working 2-3 jobs and picking up
Yep.
paint, just to play. And back then it was $120 a case of paint. So
Absolutely, it was, wasn't it?
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I remember when you started.
yeah, I was just a young buck, man.
You were.
17.
We're still a young buck, actually, but you were younger then.
Yeah.
Fred, you
I
remember
don't know.
when
I don't
Willie
know,
Mammoth
Freddie, man. The
was
body
here.
says something different.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got Andy. Andy won't agree with that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's like I just said, it's because you can remember when woolly mammoths were walking around.
Hey, I had one as a pet buddy.
Yeah.
His name was
Hey, Andy.
Willie.
Don't worry, man. I made you a custom cane. I'll bring it with me.
Oh, good. I'll need it.
So,
But,
Andy, we talked a couple of weeks ago about the Maui Misfits, and you were talking about something, some kind of a donation or something towards them, or selling something for them, or what?
Oh, yeah. We've got $1,000 to send them.
Woohoo!
What? Did you guys hear that?
That's awesome.
There'll be more after this weekend. We'll find out.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm
Well, I
sorry.
don't know. After you feed Whis, it could be a lot less. We's
Wow.
eats. For a little guy, I think he's got a hollow leg, man. I don't know.
The fridge is right behind me. He'll be fine.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Freddie.
Yo,
How about I do this? You're going to do an auction for them next week, right?
yes, I am.
How about I donate an Ironman shirt signed by me for the auction?
I love it.
Wow.
I love it. I'll
got
take
it.
it. Yeah,
Those are
because
amazing.
Budor is giving a couple of, I believe they're 98, Billy.
Yeah, right feed 98s. Yep.
Right feed 98 autococker bodies. He's going to sign those. We're going to auction those off next week. Gino from Belkin is sending some stuff out here that we're going to auction off next week. And now we've got an Ironman shirt signed by the Weiss himself. Very cool, buddy.
You got it.
Just make
Anything I
sure
can
he
do to help
wears
out
it.
the kids, man, and grow the sport.
Thank you so much.
You know,
Thank you.
yeah, that's what I push all the time, though. See how we're all right here. We're all working together to try to make this happen. To have these kids come out here. If more people would jump in like we jump in and take care of, well, except for Andy, but other than Andy, if everybody
jump.
else would jump in,
He just made a cash donation, but
Yeah. I love Andy, but man, I will never stop messing with him. But yeah, he's brutal. You guys don't know Andy like I do. When we're alone, he teases me relentlessly. I go back to my motel room weeping. So, but
I've got pictures to prove it.
yeah, you do. Yeah, we had a good time last year at World Cup. I think that's where I finally got to meet the Misfit Minis, and Andy had collected a ton of stuff that we went and we gave out to everybody, all the kids' teams. But Andy worked, he worked very hard before the tournament. I think that's why he gave me the heavier bag to drag around, and I didn't complain because he was right. What's that?
You keep saying that. I weighed him. You had the lighter bag.
I had the heavier one. Yours had wheels. What are you talking about? Jeez. You see, Nancy, the beating I get?
There was plenty of kids around. You could have asked any one of them to carry that bag. And they all
Oh,
would have
yeah.
said yes.
Then I would have really looked old. Yeah. And well, so what do you think of that kind of donation there, Nancy?
I have no words. You have no
Yeah.
idea how much that means to us.
Yes,
And
thank
I mean
you.
all of us.
Yeah. But you see what I mean about, now somewhere down the line after this tournament's over and we need help for somebody else, now we all
Of
get back
course.
together and we help somebody else. See,
Yeah.
that's
Yep, for sure.
that's the ticket. Weiss is going out there to, and this is his third year going out to help the Ellie Remember Foundation. And I'm going out there to do it too because I not only think it's a good cause, but I just like what Andy does for it. Andy's another one of them guys like Gino. You don't see the stuff behind the scenes. All you hear about is what we talk about. But the guy does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, a lot of positive stuff. He does a lot of unpositive stuff too, but mostly positive stuff. So my hat's off to Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Andy.
just saying that because I have to do your laundry and your dishes and everything else.
No, I mean, Freddie, I
Yeah,
can't
it's
agree with you more, man. I mean, Andy, what you do to help people and domestic violence survivors, and I mean, you and I have partnered up a couple of different times to do some
yeah.
pretty unique, special stuff off the side, outside of the big game, and that's really kind of how you and I met and became friends throughout the years. But all the stuff that you do behind the scenes, like I said, that people don't see, it's just amazing to get out there and help those individuals. And I think the key is Allie would be proud of what you've done and how you've taken her name and not only getting it out there, but also just to remember her. And that's one of the key things that we don't forget about is remembering Allie,
Oh,
especially on this day. But what you do to help others.
You got to remember too, when you put those kinds of things out, it creates a positive reinforcement for other people. Like case in point, Mike, owner of Dynamic. Obviously, him. Fred will meet him.
Yep.
Heather, his basic wife, not technically married yet, but it's his wife. So we'll call her the owner of Dynamic. Hits me up yesterday and says that there's a couple coming that are both domestic violence survivors that are together. And I don't know if I don't think I've ever actually met them, but they both play, and they're coming to the event. They're excited to meet you guys and me and everybody, which was cool. And because of like what we do, she basically gifted them yearly passes, just because of what we do in our association with Dynamic, which I thought was just awesome. Because you buy the yearly pass, it gets you air and entry fee, and you get free snacks and a bunch of other stuff on the pass for that. So I just had to turn around and be like, well, okay, well, we'll meet them. And she is, I can't remember their names because I haven't met them yet, but she is now playing with Venom, which is Heather's all women's team that she got started. And then he's going to be, playing rec and stuff with us. But we're like, all right, well, we'll take care of their entry fee for the day. If they're domestic violence survivors, that's what we do. So they'll be out there and we'll just take care of it for that.
Yeah. Well,
kids coming out with autism too that we'll get out there and play as well, because it's also for autism, Sunday.
right.
Violence.
The problem is that I see in paintball, and it was this way when I was in paintball way back when, and it's it's still today. Is people don't understand. Everybody wants their piece of the pie, but they don't understand if they all work together, the pie would be so big that their piece would be huge. But people just don't get that for some reason. They just out here is kind of a strange thing. Some fields where you go play at their fields. If you go play at another field, then you can't play at their field. I just don't understand that and don't get it. It's all about, for me, it's all about growing the sport, and it's just like getting popular. It's very easy to get popular, help other people all the time, and it'll happen. It's such a simple philosophy.
Well, look at the, case in point, Fred. Look at the youth movement Obviously you saw the first year results of that Mark Gong got started.
He did, and he did start it too.
Well, he did, and then you got Charles and got together, and then we came up with and got Jen involved in Montresters Marauders, and
Yep.
then with Eric, from day one, helping out. And of course, here comes the Misfit Minis and all these other, got Destiny and Destiny Kids and all these teams coming together with all these kids. With that 24 by the World Cup last year, that's just a prime example of do the right thing and you grow the sport.
Well, that's they are the future of our sport. And you said Mark Gong. I was had my podcast for over a year and never heard anything about any kids teams, period. And then all of a sudden, Mark Gong got a hold of me and he goes, yeah, he says, I'm taking my sons out to play paintball for Father's Day and a birthday. So I said, how about I have you guys on next week? So I had them on. And now you got to remember, this is just them two. This is not the Hermans yet.
Right.
This is just them guys. So I had them on the show and we talked about it. And next thing I know, other people are getting a hold of Mark to join the Hermans. I'm getting calls from across the U.S. from everybody going, well, we're going to start a kids team too. We got a kids team going too. And Mark was really the tip of that spear that, after I had him on the show, that thing just snowballed. And to have 26 kids teams at the first kids team NXL was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah, but see, those weren't people calling you, Fred, for that was AARP trying to get you to pay your membership.
I get a free membership. Once you're over 90, it doesn't cost
Oh, okay.
you. Run.
My bad.
So, but yeah, I can't wait to come out there this weekend, and I'm definitely enjoying raising funds. I hope that Nancy and Chris, I hope you guys can be on next week when we try to auction some of this stuff off for you guys to see how much more we can raise.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, every little bit helps. So we're probably still looking at maybe another $6,000 or $7,000 to put together to get you guys out there. Am I right?
Yeah. You're right. Got to have the minis out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd
Gotta
love
have
to
the
meet you
minis.
guys. I'll be out there this year, so I would love to meet you.
Oh, that'd be
Nice.
great. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, I just I was so happy to meet him. What I did is I liked the smiles, and then I had him on the show afterwards. And after the show, everybody kept going, "Oh my God, those kids were so cool, so funny." Yeah, we had a great time. Your daughter plays, though, right, Nancy?
I'm sorry?
I said your daughter plays, doesn't she?
Both of them, yes.
Both of them.
Yeah, that's what I
They're
thought.
the two girls of the minis.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Wow. You guys looking forward to the World Cup? Yeah. Did you have a good time last time when you were there?
Yeah.
It's Florida. Come on. We always have a good time in Florida.
We
Yeah,
live in Hawaii.
When it doesn't rain. Yeah, they live in Hawaii.
Yes, we do
Yeah.
live in Hawaii.
Far better than Florida.
Yeah.
But Bill,
That every day.
we
Right,
can
that's the one.
draft the Misfit Minis because I got Captain Fred, because he's a year older now. I got one of those monkey backpacks put on him where the tail's actually like the leash for the kids.
Yeah.
So that way we don't lose him at World Cup this
You
time
don't lose them.
because he's going to wander off. So
My
we can-
wife bought me one
minis
of those,
to-
and I will not wear it.
We got the GPS shoes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the chip right here, man. Yeah, it's all
We'll just
working
put
out.
some orange boundary around the museum tent and just keep them in there.
Well, there you go.
Toss them
Yeah.
some food in there once in a while.
Yeah, in case anybody doesn't know, Bill is bringing the museum down there. Bill and Kenny Stewart are both bringing a museum down to the World Cup this year. So they're going to have a lot of one-of-a-kind items, a lot of history there. You're at the World Cup. You're going to definitely want to go walk through there, man.
Nice.
Yep.
Hey, Freddy, I'm
Yeah.
kind of in a giving mood. So Andy,
Yeah.
I've got some amazing friends in the industry. You know, I've been in the industry for a long time and still talk to several of the old school pros, still a lot of the new school guys as well. And I was able to get a few things for you for your auction. So you usually do 2 auctions, right? You do your online auction, which is open to anybody, and there's always an auction right on site, right? So for those that go there, get an opportunity to get some special stuff, some cool stuff. So for your online auction or however you want to handle it, I would like to donate a Dynasty Yarber signed jersey, which I just played with him in Pittsburgh here a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I have that to donate to you. I've got CC from that played with Aftermath. I've got a signed jersey of his as well. I'd also like to donate signed for you. And I got a call from a good buddy of mine this morning, and just went to France and Frank Connell Bank would like to donate the jersey that he played on signed auction.
You're breaking up, Dave. Yeah, we're picking about every other word.
Well,
I
what
think he says he's
that
donating $1
Fred
million.
is he's got a bunch of
That's
jerseys
what I
that are
heard too.
signed that we'll put up on the auction. So I think what we need to do, Fred, is get all those up because I haven't put the auction out yet. We'll probably launch it after the event this year and let it run because I'm still waiting on Virtue.
Yeah, that's what to do.
Virtue to send some stuff.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do this time, since Dave's in the giving mood, let's take all of Dave's stuff and when we earmark and whatever that stuff goes for on the auction, I'll just take that and split it and half goes to Misfits.
Oh wow.
There you go, Dave. I'll raise you one.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
just heard this.
Touche.
Well, yeah, you're gonna run the online auction after the event, though, aren't you, Andy?
Yeah, I usually do it before, but I'm still waiting on some stuff from Chris at Virtues. Has a bunch of like prototype stuff and stuff he wanted to donate. Hasn't gotten it here, and then Dave's bringing some stuff that not this stuff. He's already got other stuff, so I didn't have all the pictures and everything put together. So we're just like, all right, we'll get it. Hopefully, I can get it put together this week. But as soon as it launches, it doesn't matter because I ship everything anyway. So we'll get the link up as fast as I can get it built here. And Dave will be here in town, obviously, with you this weekend, and we can get pictures and stuff done, and then I'll just launch it, and we'll run it for a couple weeks so we can blast it across the internet.
Very cool. God, we've already had over 100 video views. We haven't even finished the show yet. Nancy, we get most of our views tomorrow because, obviously it's late 30.
Time difference.
Yeah, time not for you guys, but I mean, you get old guys like Andy and stuff like that. It's I'm surprised he's still up. That's pretty cool. So, but yeah.
No. This is my AI version.
Oh, is that it? I love it.
The dog's not up, so
Oh, he's got the job I dream of.
That's Andy's better half. Hey, well, I got good reception. Hopefully I don't break up. I got one more announcement. So for those teams that are playing, it's Winnowies to coach the event. I'd like to up it a little bit because that's who I am. I'll throw it out there that I'm willing to run some points and actually play. So if you want an opportunity to play with me, I'm happy to run some points or just coach. But happy to get out there on the field and sling some balls with you. So I'm going to up at 1. So get your votes in, get it in there, put your amount that you want to bid on, and let's make this thing happen and earn some more money.
Well, there's already some bids in there.
Yeah, I was going to bid real high so I could get him to change a transmission or something, but I guess it's all about paintball, huh?
All paintball, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, dang it!
My hands are already beat up.
Now the truck sits in the driveway then.
I needed some brush cleared.
You can only win him for Sunday morning, and beyond that, no, you won't get a transmission change.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I think it's a pretty cool thing, and You know, what I want is just to raise a lot of money, not for the Ellie Remember Foundation and for the minis out there. You know, everybody coming together like this, and like Nancy, when I mentioned Nancy, you know, that after this, you know, after the World Cup, when somebody else needs a hand, then we'll come to them for some help too. And she just shook her head yes immediately. You know, the same way with Chris. So, you know, that's how you grow things. Everybody out there that's listening, that's how you grow things, guys. You know, that way. So I'm really glad that we could, you know, and I want to have you guys on next week just for a little bit because I want to take and we'll show some of the items we have up for bid and everything like that. And then what I'm going to do is when they bid on them, I'm just going to have them, whatever the highest bid is, just send to your guys' PayPal. And then we'll make sure that it goes out to them. So I think that's the best way to do it. Don't you, Bill?
Yeah, either that or do a raffle and just let everybody buy tickets.
You know, that might be a
Well,
thing
you know,
too.
Fred, you could put it up the way I do my auction, where it's online, and of course, you know, everybody can go in there and bid and everything because it's an actual bid platform for auctions.
Yeah, that's what we were going to try to do because, like, Bud's got a couple of 98 right feet auto cocker bodies. He's going to sign those. We're going to have those. Gino's sending out some stuff. I've got some stuff here that we're going to put up there because we got about 4 weeks, a little over 4 weeks left. So, or wait, no, we got a little over 6 weeks left. So, 5.5, yeah. Anyhow, I just want to make sure that it gets out there next week. And so this way it gives us a couple of weeks. Now let it run for maybe 2 weeks with bids and see how much we can get. And then we'll go ahead and close it, give them the money, and send out whoever bids on the stuff, give it to them too. So
Yeah,
I think,
I don't know. Well, if Chris kept track of everybody that sent money in, you know, through PayPal, you know, for, you know, this, if we did it raffle style, and then you could give us that list, and then we could just randomly draw names, you know, and just give away the prizes, you know.
we might do that because, you know, I'll tell you what happened here. Gino from Belkin got a hold of me one time. This is how I met Tracy Perez, who I absolutely love. Gino got a hold of me and he goes, yeah, Fred, he goes, I know a girl that has some bad problems with her lungs and her doctor's bills are overwhelming right now and the insurance only pays so much. Is there anything you could do? And I said, yeah, Gino. I says, how about I go ahead and hold an auction for her, a raffle, and see if we can't raise some money for her. And he goes, that'd be great. So I call up Tracy to make sure everything was a good and everything was fine. So we went ahead and did it. And let me tell you, we got overwhelmed. I had Bill collecting the money. People were sending in tons of stuff. It just went absolutely crazy. We have, how long did we have that going? Maybe a couple of weeks?
Yeah, it was like
weeks.
I think 3 weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
max.
3 weeks. Raised almost $7,000 for it.
Yeah, it was.
But it got out of hand.
We had people donating so much stuff. You know, we thought we were just going to have like 10 items, and I think we ended up with like 60 some items or something like that.
Oh, every bit of that, and then they sent it to me, so I ended up spending
And me,
$300 to mail it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we even had to send double prizes to Weeze because wherever he moved in between, so whoever got his own place got his prize. You know?
Yeah. I won a couple things, but I also donated a jersey as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very cool.
That's funny.
Yeah, but you see, that's the type of stuff that makes you popular. People don't understand, you know. You want to get your name out there, be nice to people. It'll just happen on its own. It's such a simple philosophy. It really, really is. So, you know, you guys, Nancy and Chris, you guys decide how you guys want to do this next week, how you want to get it started. Because we'll show the prizes next week, but we'll only start either a raffle or bidding or however you guys want to do it. You let me know how you want to do it.
Okay.
Okay, because we're going to roll a lot of it over on you guys. So
you gotta work for it, right? You gotta work for it.
There you go.
Yeah,
So,
because we'll definitely need a list from Chris if we do a raffle.
From Nancy.
Whoever's in charge of your PayPal, that's where it's going. So,
It is Chris's PayPal, but they
But
give
she
him the
takes
money
care
and
of
then
everything.
I take the records.
I
Yeah.
screenshot everything and she records it.
yeah.
that's what's so funny. Every time I have Chris on, I go, well, what about this? And he goes, well, we'll ask Nancy. Well, we'll ask Nancy. Nancy knows.
Yeah.
Right
Teamwork.
answer.
Hey Fred, I
Absolutely.
would like to mention something. It's doesn't have anything to do with this, but me and Cheryl Ellis were talking, and Kyle Graper. He was a Northeast scenario community guy. He passed away, and
What was his name?
his name was Kyle Graper, and he was
Okay.
big. He was big in the Northeast, for scenario and big games, and
I
just
knew a
figured-
Draper, but the name doesn't ring a bell. The first
No,
name.
Grape. Yeah, this is Graper. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyle Graper. I personally didn't know him, but we were talking, and we're both in scenario games, and it always sucks, because like Cheryl was saying, that brings it to like 27 people, from our paintball family that's passed away this year. That
Well, a big thing for me was, a few weeks ago, and Weeze, you probably knew Joe West.
I did. JJ.
Matter of fact, yeah, I've still got the Fred Schultz barrels that he made right down here. I still got like God, I don't know, I got like maybe 20 of them. Still unopened.
You gave me one of those. For my
Was I
collection.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell, I
Bring it with
lied.
you.
Anyhow,
You don't need that, Weeze.
it was sent. It was right before you moved.
yeah.
Bill,
Yeah.
I love you, buddy. I love you. But it needs to go on my wall over there.
You got one. No, you got one. No problem.
Yeah,
No
Joe was a
problem,
great guy. He actually sponsored me for many, many years.
He did me too. Yep.
Down to earth, do anything for you. Reminded me a lot of Dan from Air America. I mean, those two guys and Bud and John Gregory were kind of the top for me in my sponsorship and guys and owners.
Yep, absolutely. All friends of mine too were friends of mine for many, many years. And what happened, in case Chris and Nancy don't know, is Joe, about 4 weeks ago, Joe was driving his tractor back from his mother-in-law's house. He went over, did some tractor work for her, and a car hit him and killed him. So that's what happened. And it broke my heart because Joe was such a great guy, and Gino got a hold of me right away. Gino from Belkin, and told me about it, and I'm like, oh my God. So that absolutely sucked. That's all I can say. So yeah, anytime we lose somebody in the paintball community, it's sad, absolutely sad, especially the good guys, So. Well, guys, we've kind of run our hour. Chris, you talk too much tonight.
I always do. Sorry.
It's hard. We got all these cute girls on. Nobody's watching us. I can guarantee that. Nobody's watching us. So, Chris, I appreciate it. Now, Chris, I want you to come back next week. I want to go over some of the prizes and everything. And we can talk. You and Nancy can talk this week and see how you guys want to set this thing up and how you want to control it.
Okay, sounds good.
Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
All right, Chris, I appreciate very much taking the time tonight to come on, and I guess I'll see you next week.
Will do.
All right, my
Thank
friend.
you, guys. Thanks, Dave. All right, Andy, Bill.
Yep.
Later.
See you guys.
All right, everybody. It's Mr. Chris Sierra. Chris is really a good guy, Nancy. I'm glad you're hooked up with him because he's what I know of him. I think he's a straight up guy, and that's if you're going to work with somebody, that's the kind of guy you want to work with. Period.
Yes, of course.
That's right. So, okay, so Nancy, you're going to come on next week real quick and look at some of the prizes.
Yeah,
How
sure.
can people bid on the prizes that are already out there right now?
Is there a link that oh wait, on the prize on our raffle?
Yes.
Oh shoot, okay, our raffle. It's on our Instagram and Facebook page on Maui Misfits Minis.
So that's all they do is get on to look up Maui Misfit Minis, and it'll
Yes.
show the prizes that you guys are offering and everything.
For this week, yes. Every week we have a different prize, and then every Monday we introduce it, and then Sunday we pick a winner. So it's all on our social media.
Terrific. Well, we're hoping we get some more stuff and get some more money for you guys next week.
Thank
Now
you
you're-
guys so much.
Now your PayPal is on the Maui Misfit Minis.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Chris's PayPal and Chris's Venmo.
It goes to Chris. Yeah, Chris
Yes.
is.
So he gets
Yeah.
the money, and I'll just record who's sending the money.
There you go. Very good. All right. Well, I appreciate so much all you ladies coming on here tonight, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all of you in Orlando at
Yes,
World Cup.
for sure, right? What do you guys say?
Thank you.
You're
my
welcome.
pleasure.
Night,
Thank you
everybody.
guys so much.
Be careful.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yep,
You
you're welcome.
ladies have a good evening. Oh, actually, it's not evening in Hawaii. Everywhere else. Right on, ladies. You have a good
All
one.
right.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Oh, how cool. What a great group that was. Absolutely loved it. Very cool. All right, Andy, I'm glad you jumped on tonight. And Dave, I'm glad we finally worked that out because, man, you were freezing up. Bill was freezing up last week, so.
Yeah, the weather's been terrible up here today. We've had some rain on and off, so the joys of living in the mountains. But apologize for that, and appreciate you guys sticking through and getting me in here.
Oh, yeah, I ain't going to drop you. I mean, look at Bill. Bill had a lightning storm last week.
Oh, yeah, like the last 3 minutes, all of a sudden, I was like, I'm getting out of here. It killed me. It took me off the internet. I don't know what the hell happened out there.
I love it.
Part of it.
Well, I'm looking forward to coming out there this coming weekend. Looking forward to seeing you up there too, Dave. Should be a lot of fun. You going to play in the big game, Dave?
Yeah, I usually always jump in there and find a few people to play with and have some fun. And like I said, I'm going to throw it out there again is for the tournament. Whoever wins a wheeze, happy to get in there and run some points as well. So I'm going to up it a little bit and kind of do a little bit of both this year, which is something I haven't done in the past. But looking forward to it. I'm glad you're coming out, Fred. This will be fun, and get Andy and the rest of the family here again, which is awesome.
Yep, it's going to be a good time. All right, Dave, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. And once again, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on here tonight with me, pal. And looking forward to seeing you this weekend.
I appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. And thanks to all my buddies who donated jerseys for such a great cause. Love you, and talk to you guys soon.
See you, Weeze.
All right, everybody.
Bye,
Miss
Weeze.
Dave Weeze Cook. Right on, Andy. Yeah, I wanted you to jump in here tonight because we were having trouble, with this reception. But man, the reception ended up perfect at the end. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's what 30 feet does in a building.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's like when I walk in Lowe's. I can be in one aisle and get perfect reception on my phone. Next aisle, nothing.
Oh yeah, it's like a Faraday cage.
You live in California. You have all those rolling blackouts on everything. I'm not surprised.
Oh no, I have mental rolling blackouts. So that's what
okay.
you're talking about. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Yeah. Well, Andy, thanks a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend. We come in Thursday night sometimes, so I'll probably see you on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, call me when you get there. Friday.
Got my car, got my motel, so.
We'll go out and do dinner on all that and everything. So Alex gets in like 10 o'clock that night. So
Does he?
just, take the wives and take them out to dinner somewhere.
Sounds good. Yeah, we get in, I don't know what time. We get in like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then we got to go get the motel and everything.
Oh, okay. That's a little late. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe Saturday morning.
yeah. Well, so this is Thursday, so we'll be there all day Friday. So if you need a hand out there with anything, let me know too.
Oh, yeah. Will do.
Perfect.
Looking forward to it. And happy
Yeah,
birthday to
sure. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and thanks again for jumping on tonight because I felt sorry for Weiss, with his reception out there. So
that. I'll be the Wheeze backup anytime. That's completely fine.
yeah, there you go.
If it was backing up for Bill, I might have an issue with it, but
Well, you back up for Bill, they wouldn't see you back there. So
that's true.
Weiss, you look like a giant behind Weiss. So all right, Andy, have a good evening.
Later.
Bye, brother. All right, everybody, it's Mr. Andy Strat. All right, Billy, ran a little long. I'm hoping we can get some stuff together for these guys and get them to World Cup, especially now because you're bringing a museum down there. I think that's going to be
Oh yeah.
very, very cool. You and Dave or Kenny bringing that down there, I think it's going to be outstanding. So
I think it's gonna be pretty damn fun.
it is. You're going to be amazed how many people are there.
Yep. Oh, I know how many people are there.
Yeah, I mean, and when I went there last time, Andy took me out there, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh.
So, all right, Billy, let's say goodbye to everybody. Talk to
All
you
right.
again.
See everybody.
Cut and dry.
Cut and dry.
A man of a few words. I'm the man of many words. All right, everybody. Appreciate so much you watching. Like I say, these are two great causes, Ellie Remember Foundation and bringing the Maui Misfit Minis to the World Cup in Orlando in November. So I'm hoping that everybody that watches this will do both. What Andy does to help people out is incredible. And so we need to help Andy so he can help people. That's how all of this works. Real simple. In the same way, I see the dedication with Chris and Nancy working hard to get the Misfit Minis back to the World Cup. They wouldn't have to do that. They're spending their time and their effort to do that. So my hat's off to them. I think it's great. So remember, we all work together. We make paintball bigger and better. So please always remember that. Until next Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock Pacific time on Facebook, on Flagpole Production, please, everybody play hard, play safe, play fair. Get out there and play paintball, all right? See you then. Bye.